Good morning, grasshoppers. Good afternoon and good evening. We're still catching up on A3, and I am coffeeless. We are trying the reverse Dutch with A6 here. Talk about a handicap, eh? Alright, fine. Let's see what he thinks he can do with our newly found endeavor. Well, we have two knights where that one goes. Let's see here. C4. That was interesting. Can't avoid the exchange of queens now so easily. Pressure's on my B2 pawn. Fine. Just trying to avoid any trouble. I have 1 minute on the clock. This pawn is very, very much in danger, isn't it? It's threatening bishop A6. I don't think I have much of a choice here, unfortunately. Got two rooks that can come to the D file though, so. What? Well, it is our mission to keep his bishops bad. Looks like we might have succeeded. Wow. Takes. I don't have enough firepower here, folks. Looks like we may have to move forward. Or do we allow him to take? That is the question. We have to cross our fingers that this is going to work out. Well, maybe it's not. There's no pressure on that anymore. Uh-oh, we have this as well. Wow, we have 12 in here. I might be able to go for coffee. Erstwhile players. That's what I get for starting 1 minute late. A3 is probably suffering as a result of it. Make sure that it's on me. $321 A3s. So this is a relatively brand new move. It doesn't have me playing F4, and I've been doing it for quite some time. Music is a little loud, don't you think? There we go. Maybe that was part of it. So it really doesn't like the move f4 here. What is the best move after d5? I should be returning to my regularly scheduled programming with d4 from now on. Yeah, it might be time to give up on f4 for the most part. My percentages must be terrible. It looks like I've won almost every single time as white previously. a5 and knight f6. Knight f6, I'm fairly certain that I played c4. a5, did I play c4 again? I would hope so. Not sure what that move does. After a3, e5, c4, or e4, my usual two choices. After c5, really wants me to play c3, huh? Alright, fair enough. We've just learned. And against knight f6, once more it's d4. And against g6, I have a license to kill. d4, c4, bishop g3. Absolutely nothing wrong with any of those. What else? Against c6, e4, d5, e5, c5, c3, with a3 already thrown in. It's true, I have to play the advanced variation with a3 in the works. That could be unique enough. This is just bad. Let's not do that anymore. 14 players. Alright, I'm going for coffee. How much time is left between these two players? Or should I try to wait until after my next game? While I'm on page 2, and while there's not an odd number, but I do need coffee. So I am going to grab coffee. Wow, there's really no zoom between Let's focus on the first board. I'll be right back.
Towels in space. Said. Seems my invitations in Lycus is gone again. This happens every now and then. Kirill Varonkis said. Hello. Kirill Varonkis. Thanks for following.
Good. I'm glad they're still going. Alexa, turn on Lasker. Lasker is my coffee warmer, by the way. Whew. Craziness. Queen, knight, and 2 rooks. This is not going to bode well for Ulugbek. But he is getting a little bit of Gegenspiel for what it's worth. I'm not sure that Queen c5 doesn't just shut it down. Oh, this could be even worse. Never mind. Before this gets too difficult to watch, not sure what he's hanging on for. Rook moves, then rook e1, and it's game over. Rook moves, rook e1. Rook moves there, it's game over as well. Oh, come on, we could have had a little bit more fun with rook to d5 in that position. This one also, let's see the technique. No, that's terrible technique. OMG. Peter 63. Alright, fair enough. And king to b6. King to b6 and queen to g8 would have been very cool there. In that last position. Wow, I'm 23rd? Where did everyone come from? Am I the only one streaming? I imagine that Mike might be on it. The well-heeled king, ladies and gentlemen. Has often been back in action. So let's see, against e4 we have been playing g6, but it could be time for an f5. But he's got a question mark on his name, so let's not do that. Let's see what kind of a grip on the center we're allowed. Let's see, e4, queen e4. This looks pretty natural. We're not really threatening what we think we're threatening, by the way. Well, that was easier than I thought. Would not have expected that at all. Where are you going? Is this part of a grand plan? Bishop h3 was probably more exact. And now for something completely different. Can we do it? He's threatening to trap my queen. Let's just pretend like he isn't. Oh, he does have that. Wow. He does have that. Alright, so he got his rook back. Or did he? Threatening the rook. Aye, aye, aye. I'm so sorry, but hang in there. Hang in there. Do not give up. Do not surrender. The well-heeled king is here. He just got started. I should actually knock in and try to collaborate, but I don't know how it would work if we're both streaming. And Mike should be appearing soon. There he is. He is now officially streaming. Man, how come it came up that way? Let's check out Mike while we're at it. We're still on page 2. He's on page 4. Feel like he's warming up elsewhere. What happened to Mike on this one? And now we have the modern method, and there's the old method. I've done both. Let's check out Master Chess Dojo as black. I've played e takes f4 only once, and it's been very successful. Maybe I should be doing it more often. So it must have caught up on my end. So we can analyze my other variation. Whoop, not the master's database. So 330 at the moment. So we should bring these up to an even number, the f4s. F4s on the first move, let's bring them up to an even number. The B4s, B3s, and the C3s I could bring up to an even number as well. My statistics with both of those are not so great, the B3s and the C3s. I need 2 and 3 more. Oh, we were looking at Mike's game. Let's check it out. Try to develop bishops before knights. C6 could be worthwhile, by the way. And he never fought for the center with his pawns. And this is awkward. We need to reinforce our knight here. But he chose this way. Challenging the diagonal. And the opponent got a Rosen trophy for a pawn and cube. Oh no, Mike. But we need to really activate all of our pieces somehow. And this seems like the most logical move. C6, bishop d6. I don't know if we're doing all that badly. It's a clear disadvantage, but still. b6, c6, and then b5. Systematically removing the defenders of the center. What about bishop to d6? That was my first instinct. Are we down 2 pawns? We're only down 1 pawn, right? Got 3 to 2 on this side of the board, and 5 to 2 on these files. On the queen side. A6, knight e5, f6, knight g6, hg6. Yeah, it just looks like it's getting worse and worse. Uh-oh. Alright, we're back to the next round. Oh, what happened here? Ornikar is streaming. Oh no. Mike. Where are you, Mike? What happened? No. All right. All right. So he played knight f3. I'm trying to recall what I'm going to play here. Well, I'm going to go with my anti-King's Indian attack repertoire, which I was mentioning to a student earlier this week. I like this music soundtrack. I'll stall for a minute if you're getting your stream back up. A power outage. Rare also for me. All right, we're back. We're going to see what we can do here. E4 would be a good move. If I pre-move C5, so I have to watch out. I can't just make any old move, just in case he's watching the stream. We have our coffee. I actually saw a really great line by Gukesh in the anti-London department. Not so certain about this. And now for something completely different. Do I wish to play for E5 or not? This is hanging. This is hanging. E5, bishop takes. Pawn takes. E5, knight takes. Alright, let's just develop normally. We will pretend as though everything is absolutely normal, Moneypenny. Absolutely normal. Absolutely normal, Moneypenny. Can I play it now? No, we're just gonna play it as though. No! Why did you move the same piece twice, Mike? Going for too much fanciness here. Too much fanciness. Really?
Hoberg
Let's
said,
do it.
hello.
Bobar, good morning. Just talking to Mike on WhatsApp, making sure that he's okay. He had a power outage, in case anybody was wondering, unfortunately. I'm sorry to say. We will give him another quick shout out. How have you been, Foberg? Haven't seen you in a while. Mostly my fault. That is a great picture of Mike. Is that really him? Hold on. There's a W.
Hoberg
What?
said, I see.
I did the wrong one. W. There's actually somebody named WHK. TWHK. They should, that's illegal. They shouldn't be allowed to have that. So let's see, we needed 2 C3s or 3 C3s. I can't remember. We're going to try to remember after this one, though. We're going to bring it up to speed anyway. Try to bring it up to an even number. I also want to get the book by Axel. What is the Axel Smith? E3 Poison. In fact, I'm going to take out his book, Pump Up Your Rating, right now, as though it's going to help. Pump Up Your Rating by Axel Smith. Where's my opponent? He's looking for his first win. Because I have such a terrible score with... I have such a terrible score with E3, C3, so he should actually have his best chances here.
Hoberg said, I'm good. I'm beat at 2,150 yesterday. Would you mind going through the game?
I wouldn't mind at all. I'm crossing my fingers that it's on Lichess. Whisper me the link, if you can. Let me know if my whispers are not on. Do I not have the ability to chat in
Hoberg
chat?
said,
Oh, it's below the line.
yes, it is.
Good, good, good. Yeah. Or you can put it in our Discord, among all of the socials.
Rostumkus said, hi Master Chess Dojo. Hi everyone. Hoberg said, on Lycus.
Good morning. How are you, Rustum Chess? Great to see you, buddy. That is a great emote. Is that your emote? Quit Twitch Global? Concha? Does that mean hi? I like it. I will start using that one.
Rostumkus said, I'm well THX.
Favorites, my emotes. Uh-oh. Barashaki. No! Travel and places.
Rostumkus said, that S not mean hi but I use like it.
That one I like. How's my emote wall? Is it working? It seems to be working. Favorites? What in the world? It's not listed as one of my favorites? I like that high. I didn't know that high was available. Oh no, Barashaki. I did this the other day. I actually got timed out of my Sunday stream. Oops. Okay, so that's good. There's the Nemo high. I want that one in my regular. As well. Uh-oh, I'm timed out of chat for 9 minutes on Mike's stream. Mike, you are a beast holding back on those emotes. Yeah, let's do it, Rustum Chess. I'm still looking for that one. I want it among my favorites. This is fine. So the word this, not like this. That's good. Oh, there's Angelica Chessborn's high. Hold on, I have to mark them as favorites. How do I mark it as a favorite? No, cancel. How do I mark an emote as a favorite in chat? That doesn't quite look like Angelica Chessborn, though.
Rostumkus said, I love emotes, I'm one use it more than others people's.
There are no matching emotes. Oh, under high. Oh, control click it. Got it. I control click to make an emote a favorite.
Send me an invite to your Discord. My username is Hoberg Discord.
Nice. Hold on. I posted it there for a moment as we watch this game. I don't usually have Discord open while I'm playing. Perhaps that's a mistake. Where would I like to go? Now I'm getting a tutorial in Discord because I don't normally do this.
Hoberg said, no, just Hoberg.
Yep, Hoberg. I'm looking. Invite people. Huh. You're not coming up. What do I need to do? I've never done this before. So I went to messages. Pending. How about this way? I'm going to do it that way. Because I don't seem to know how to find it. Or how to find you the other way. Oh, there we go. And now the link. I love the yo. The real gamers, yo. I'm a little worried that this Discord link doesn't work since I started to do a another one. So we have games and analysis on stream. Monkey Boy just posted something 2 weeks ago, and I have not yet reviewed that one yet. Let him know. So E4, I did not look at my black defenses, but let's just keep it up. Is this true? That's interesting. I don't think I have a choice here.
Hoberg said, "Where must I posted the game?"
This has to be terrible for me. Let's go this way. This probably would have worked if I'd have traded bishops in the first place. Oh no, it wouldn't have worked. He had e6, bishop takes d4, e takes f7, which is kind of an awkward mess. Well, knight to b5. I can't afford this. Knight to b5, check. Alright, in for a penny and in for a pound. Let's see what we get out of the deal. This does not bode well, I don't think. I don't think this bodes well. Takes, takes, takes. Takes, takes, takes. Do I want to play it this way or that? I guess we're going to play it that. We're going to try to ruin his pawn structure. This could be successful. It could be a bust. Yes. Where are you headed, sir? Thought he was going to recapture with the knight, actually. Tempo my bishop. But we're somehow roughing it. We're getting there. Bishop takes, knight takes, rook takes. Let's wait for the signal. Wait for the signal.
Hoberg said, I found
That
the
was the
game's
signal.
analysis form, will post it there.
That was the signal. We did ruin his pawn structure. Oh no, it didn't work out to ruin his pawn structure. That's unfortunate. But maybe we get control of the D file. Such a bummer. Thank you so much, buddy. Alright, let's just keep up with the Joneses, just in case it works out. Oh, I don't have that, do I? Try to keep our knight anchored on the f6 square until we can get it to the d5 square. And one backward pawn coming up. Arash, where are you headed? I still don't know where you are headed, sir. Trying to get his pawn structure moving. And now for something completely indifferent. Let's go for it.
Gamer Luigi said, hello.
I need to be active here. We have to guard. We don't have time for this. Gamer Luigi, good morning. How are you, buddy? I have seen you before. Oh no. I only get a trade out of the deal. But I do get a better king.
Gamer Luigi.
That's pretty
said,
cool.
It's my first time here, LOL.
Namaste. No, I've seen you in another stream. I'm trying to think about where I saw you before. Alright, fine. Rook takes. The knight is still trapped. I just don't have any way of going after him. Let's get these pawns moving.
Hoberg said, I posted the game onto your Discord.
Let's try it this way.
Gamer Luigi said, Was it a long time ago or something?
I'm trying to think of how recently it was, if it was recent. I have to attack that no matter what.
Darkblade said, "Hello Sensei, coming in with a fresh new cold and a fever."
Oh no, I'm so sorry, Darkblade. But I did time myself out yesterday, as I predicted. At the end of our stream, we're looking at a game from Faubourg. Let's do a quick shout out for Faubourg. Hopefully he did his, he beat his 2150 on stream. So I need one more C3 indeed. Alright, we'll grab the space. And we're going to prevent his natural development. I probably should have played this move last move. Wasn't that interesting? From here.
Hoberg said, "The game is not on my stream, unfortunately."
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Don't you love it when you get a good game on stream?
Darkblade said, "Is there G4H4 here?"
There could be. And now for something completely indifferent. But we'll just continue to advance on the queen side. Alright, it's time to be castled, just in case. I want to use this dark squared bishop. I feel like there's a tactic here, but I can't quite see it. I don't want him to do too much to me. I don't want to wheel his queen in unnecessarily. And the bishop. And is he getting a knight to e4 with check?
Darkblade
Possibly.
said, "What was the problem with taking the bishop and then d6?
And then taking on d6? That's a good question. So is this knight trapped? That is the question. Or am I just getting mated? Oh no, I'm getting mated. That's horrible. Yeah, I'm getting mated. Good work, sir. I should have taken back with the bishop. Nicely done. Alright, analysis board. Let's see where we stand on our C3s. I only needed 2 C3s.
Said, wow, that's crazy.
Maybe I needed 3 C3s. Yeah, I flubbed it. I had everything going pretty well. I think I was increasing my advantage here. And then I got mated on the king side in a King's Indian-esque attack. So bishop g5, bishop f2, bishop takes g5, queen takes g5, knight takes d6. You are absolutely correct. I was mildly concerned about the same thing happening to my king side over here. Because he does have to play knight on g to f4. Knight takes f4, knight takes f4. I saw all this, and I just didn't like the idea of weakening my king side. But you know what I didn't see? I didn't see rook a2. If I saw rook a2, g3 kind of bothered me. I'm not threatening the knight. He can do almost anything he wishes to in this position, such as rook f6, rook h6. And he also has the pressure on g3 with the perpetual check. So this one I just didn't like. But had I seen queen a2 doesn't look like it should work. Not just because of that, because I thought he also had rook takes a4, but then I get to hang on for dear life. I was looking at rook takes a4. Smushing me. Not just knight takes d3. Alexander Tsvetkov. For those of you who don't know Alexander Tsvetkov, he wrote Volume 1, and there will be future volumes of the Smyslov series. I haven't even really taken this book out of the plastic yet. Oh no. This is Andrei Terekov. Never mind. I had a terrible memory of this. So Andrei Terekov is a FIDE master, an International Chess Correspondence Chess Federation master. International master. And he currently resides in Singapore. That is a good thing to look up and know. So if we know what Andrei Terekov looks like, I'm going to put it back inside the plastic. I am very hesitant about buying a book that is volume 1. Hold on, let's go back for a moment. I wanted to make sure that I got my stats down. Not that I am doing this, though. Master Chess Dojo is white. C3. So it's interesting that it hasn't quite caught up yet. This game isn't included in my mix at all. Maybe include more games from the preferences menu. What does it mean, the preferences menu? Oh, I can actually look at a certain time period even nowadays. That is cool. So we can even look at certain time periods, but this one should be included if our it's interesting that it's not indexing anymore. So I believe I need one more C3, but I'm not entirely positive. But we do need B3s. We do need 2 B3s to get caught up. That much is true. Knight F6, Ron, eh? Knight F3, I mean. Whoa. He did catch me here, I have to admit. So now, am I going to get mated if I take this? That is the question. Am I going to get mated? I should be able to get mated, but we'll find out in just a moment. Oh, be careful, John. No pre-moving until he's actually captured what we feel like he's going to capture. Yes. Note that I could have lost a piece to d5, e6, bishop d6, queen d3. Yes. I need to throw in this one just because. Because it's possible, I need to throw it in. I lost a pizza out of the deal, or I lost an exchange? I lost an exchange out of the deal. Let's just keep up the threats. Things could always be worse. I could get my exchange back. That was pretty sad. Blitz is the best opportunity for me to get him. Not in bullet, but Ron still plays pretty damn well on bullet. Better than me. Well, 2 pieces for a rook at this stage. Am I really worried about this? 2 pieces for a rook? I am worried. That's a bummer. Oh no, I can't mate with 4 knights. I cannot mate with 4 knights, can I? Can I mate with 4 knights? I don't know that I can, but we're gonna find out. Not like that, I can't. How's that, Ron? I wanted a Rosen trophy for checkmate with 4 knights, but I think I had to get my I think I had to get my 5th pot knight off the board. I don't know if it counts if I have 5 knights on the board. I have to check it out. If you want to check out your Rosen score, I am at 403. You can find out your Rosen score right there. Nemo just discovered it, and she was attempting to do it against 2400s, which was very impressive. She was losing a lot of rating points hand over fist, but she was trying. That much is true. All right, so we need 2 B3s before this thing ends. We're going for it. We managed to make it work somehow. Can I do it? It looks as though I've made it work. With the center completely locked up, we have made it work. Yes, I am going to sacrifice this pawn. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-dum. 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 Bump, 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 bump. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-dum. 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 Bump, bump, bump. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-dum. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-dum. I can't castle, interestingly enough. Maybe I should just go after the pawn, right? I should just go after the pawn. So that was what I was worried about. Knight takes e3. Interesting. And now for something completely indifferent. I can't save it, right? No, I can't save it. We're in for a penny, in for a pound here. How safe am I? That is the question. How safe am I? Wasn't that interesting? It is a double check, I admit it. But he doesn't have any pieces developed. Can I survive this? Check. Queen mates. It is a mate. Oh, he checkmates me? No, he doesn't have a pawn on g6. If he had a pawn on g6, it would be takes on e4. Oh, he's got that. Doesn't he? He's got knight takes. Fine. And he's got ba-da-dum-bum. 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 Now it's two pieces for a rook the other way. Ba-da-dum-bum. Ba-da-dum-bum. Oh, I don't have rook to e1. That's kind of a bummer. Can I go this way? What in the world did he do? Did not expect that. Must have been a time trouble error. Is this okay? I'll find out in a moment. I don't know. Wow, chess AP. Did not get it in. Namaste, chess AP. You did have me crushed. That much is true. And the lights have gone out, so it's very near the end. We did make it to round 9. I promised Faubourg that we would go over his games. So let's do that very quickly. Let me just track it down in the games and analysis.
Faubourg said, I'm still here.
Good, good, good. I was hoping you were going to check in. So let's see here. And we are putting this in Viewer Studies 2. Community. Teams. Whoops, not teams. Silly me. We're up to 5861. I just wanted to check on our stats. Hopefully we didn't lose any members yesterday when I accidentally overslept the stream 1 hour ago. Wow. Today we picked up 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 with Gorinko. 12, 14, 16, 18 new members. I thought we were much closer to 5861 than I thought. Let me just check the 5+5 Rapid Swiss. And we're only 12 members away from the dojo over there. If you've not yet joined the dojo on the Rapid Swiss, that is relatively key. Yeah, 33 hours ago. We didn't pick up any yesterday because we overslept. So most of our viewers were on Saturday. Our new members were on Saturday. So it was 2, 4, 6, only 8 new members this weekend. But I figure by the end of the month, we'll easily be over 2,500. Let's go to Learn, Study, My studies, viewer studies 2, max, and we're looking at this as black, right? Yeah, it automatically chooses the winning side. First things first, I'm going to look at it without any analysis. I just want to see what happened without the game score. So we're going to cover up the game score as well.
Hoberg said,
Nice.
I posted the game in the game analysis form.
I like this method, by the way, of equalizing. This is just the anti. Yep, no, we've got it up, sir. Max 1509. Queen takes. Bishop. So this F3 line deserves what you gave it. The full bagel.
Hoberg.
Now here, is there a
Said,
way to get more
okay.
aggressive with A5? No. B6, restricting the knight. Castle's queen side. Bishop E7 is okay, but I'm not entirely sure that we don't have a more purposeful move. Right now, you have an advantage in development because you are ready to castle with purpose. I'm very tempted to do that right now as well. So in any event, when he plays C4, get to put our knight on a much more aggressive square. I may have chosen this one with the 2 threats rather than the 1. If he tries to guard 1, you get the other. So interestingly enough, your first choice was to put the knight on an outposted square where you're going to get a dark squared bishop where your pawn is fixed on a dark square. But the good news is that when you do this and he takes, you're going to get an outpost square for your knight, if you could only get a knight there. I don't see how we can get a knight there so easily. This is very far away from this square. And this one doesn't look like it gets there, because he doesn't have to give it to us. Alright, let's see how the game transpires. You went for check. Our king is still in the center, sir. The other move that appeals to me more is going after this weakness on the b2 square, but that requires us to be castled as well. In this particular position, I actually like castling queenside more than castling kingside, if we have an option. You also could have preserved this square by playing knight c5, which immediately threatens to ruin his pawn structure, and you get to the e3 square, and it might be a bother for him, and the other knight is coming in. So let's just say if he tries to avoid the exchange, you go after this, and then we go after that, and you might be winning a pizza. So he can't avoid the exchange of knights, and after this moment, with his back rank being weak, we can actually castle queenside really safely. We have an outpost square for our knight. He can't develop his bishop. I shouldn't say that. He can develop his knight. Only because of our poorly placed. I wanted to be able to play rook to d2, but unfortunately he has knight e4. So I like the idea of trying to do that first and forcing his king into the corner, because here, his knight is not as valuable as your bishop. So yes, you do get your knight here, but we're very far away from that square. It takes us 4 moves to reach that square. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those 2 squares are so far apart from each other. And even in this position, I can't believe the opponent did not check us. I can't believe it. Maybe he thought you were just going to play your knight on the first leg of the journey anyway. So he didn't check you. He's pretty smart. Maybe he's hoping that you're going to take your king out of the action. And you did take your king out of the action. Unfortunately. I'm debating here whether or not you can keep your king in the game. Remember, he has the pawn majority on this side of the board. And we have a rather stilted pawn majority of 4-3, all on the same files. So my first instinct is to castle. Now granted, we're going to look at all this with the computer analysis later to see how accurate it is, but he does have this amazing outpost square. Had he done this when we were castled queenside, we would already be covering these squares and we'd be able to start moving our pawns forward. And if he does try to undermine us, we have 1 or 2 to go. Also, if he went after that pawn in any way, shape, or form, if this knight moves, our rook is ready to go to d2. So you started on your journey to the e3 square. Now we just have to do something about this knight or protect the pawn. We protected the pawn, so we're almost on our journey now to e3. Is this a problem? Might have waited with that move, because maybe, just maybe, we can play f6 and get that pawn moving. Or are we playing for f5? f5 seems unreasonable, because if we want to activate this rook, that pawn will be very far away with a knight going to e7. Anyway, you allowed him to activate his rooks while your rooks are on their original squares. This definitely shows the difference between your ratings. And that does nothing. That's a brick. So you got your rook into the game. I am mildly worried about this knight getting to a better outpost square. But he goes for it. And once more, I feel like we should probably be trying to get our rooks into the game. But like I said, we've got a long journey ahead of us to get to that square. Now we have another square. This square might even afford us a mating net if this knight were to reach that square. So anyway, you're trading off knights, which makes it incredibly difficult to win the game. So I'm very curious as to how you win the game if you trade off knights. He does not want to trade off knights. That helps. You walked into perhaps another check. Are you hoping for an equality here? He's already got a tag on our pawn. We trade once, we play b6. Now he has a pawn majority of 3-2, and it's mobile, and he's skewering us. It looks like we do have a counterattack, though, with rook to d8. Rook takes c7, rook takes d6, rook takes a7. Check him back. And with our active king, we might be able to get something going. So you chose to give up the pawn this way. I still would have gone for depth, but okay. Ooh. How are you going to win this, sir? Dudovich. Like, what is he threatening? Okay, so we at least have an active rook. Oh, I see, said the blind man. So his taking this pawn has allowed you a tremendous amount of counterplay, even though I may have played up. I don't believe you here. I don't believe you one bit. You can't move your king up or you're mated. You can't use this pawn in any way, so I'm a little worried about you here, sir. It looks like black is at a very clear, if not decisive, disadvantage. Here, however, I think you have tremendous amounts of counterplay by taking the g2 pawn first. Don't give him a chance to protect this g2 pawn. Your main advantage is getting these two pawns running. Taking that pawn, I don't know. We're going to check all of this again later, though. And he lets you take it. Lets you get your rook behind the passed pawn. A little slow. No. Maybe not. You could also have just promoted, by the way. You can also just promote. He still can't move either of his pawns, and you just promote. You're literally going to play rook to c1, rook to f1, and g1 equals queen, but these two pawns are very dangerous. So what would be your next recourse in this position if you played g2? I believe that this move should just work. You play f2 and g1 equals queen. So you don't need to guard the pawn when you can promote. And you sort of saw it. Right, because it's all over. Did you have this last move too? You had it last move as well. Not only did you have g2, f2, g1, but you also had the same exact plan one move earlier as well. And he resigned, I hope. Oh no, he let you made him. I think I probably would have resigned. But he had to test you because your rating is more than a few hundred points away from his. Alright, now let's check it with the analysis. Let's do it really quickly. And in this particular instance, here we have. So you know what? I did not know that queen takes d5 was such an inaccuracy. I have myself played queen takes d5 as black. Indexing 29 other players first. Okay, at least that's a message. That's a message we can live with.
Hoberg said, it's 650 lower.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter more than 400 points, honestly. Already at 400 points, you're supposed to win 1 out of 10 or 12 games. So again, yes, we had knight to b4 as best. Oh, it likes knight on 5 to b6. And the pawn cannot be defended so easily. He's going to have to play knight a5.
No, it does not.
Does not matter that much. Yeah, just as I said, and this pawn's being attacked. I actually like knight to b4 better. Let's check out the difference. Knight to b4 is slightly better for black because he has bishop takes b. I mean, only slightly better because he has bishop takes. Alright, well, I learned something. I like the piece coordination on this square. So you chose the forward moving knight f4, which makes our pawn structure a little bit more difficult to handle. He castled, which I thought was a mistake. And here it likes knight e5. That was a move that we had not considered. It likes knight e5. You're gaining time on the pawn. Knight c3, knight takes d4. And if knight on b to d2, then we can just castle queenside. But knight d3 looks very pesky indeed. b3 cannot be played. He has to guard that pawn with a rook. So where was knight c5 in the equation? Knight to b6, knight to b6, bishop to a4. Alright, so bishop to c5 check, and now white has become slightly better because of the queenside pawn majority, by the way. Only because of the queenside pawn majority. And now, this did not help us. We had to keep our king in the center, or as I talked about, we need to go for it with knight to d3. And then castles queenside. So castles queenside, knight d5, g5 we talked about. Alright, I'm happy with my analysis so far. Our king is out of the game, so it makes our troubles a little more difficult. G5 straight away is more accurate because this knight has a lot of other jobs it could be doing. Especially to get to that square. We don't know that he's not going to push us.
Said. Note he was playing for the flag in the late endgame.
Ah. Good to know. Hold on. Instead of f6, I was mentioning that we could activate our rooks. And we may or may not want to play for f6 later. So instead of h6, we cannot play this way just yet, but we do have to do something about it. So yeah, king to g7 was the move that I thought about. Do I still have it? I don't have the comment inserted there, unfortunately. I should have. So was this the right rook? I still feel like this rook should have come into the game a little sooner. You're covering everything, so he can't straighten out your pawns and then fork your king and rook. Doesn't seem to make sense. So meanwhile, his advantage is dissipating. In this particular position, I wanted you to play for more. With rook on f to e8 or d8. I didn't like you giving up on having the knights on the board just yet. Did I discuss it? I didn't put it on the board. From now on, I'll remind myself to put the move into the move suggestion that I think is better. I'm not a big fan of trading knights because you don't have a way of winning the game. So he does go for it. He does get a check in. I thought king to f6 was better. You can always guard with the rook or the knight if you need to. But we need to bother him. And I thought you were offering him a draw here. In this particular position. That's what I really thought. But in any event, he played knight to d6 instead of knight e7. Check. Rook takes e1, rook takes e1, and we're already in trouble across the 7th rank. So after b6, rook e7, knight e6 was best. Rook to d8, knight takes f7, desperado. No. I don't like it. Knight takes f7, desperado. So rook to d8 was not an option. Rook to d8 is still an option. This is a move that we discussed. Even if he does get this pawn, you're getting in. So we can see that variation. They're suggesting battening down the hatches so that you don't get into that square. d2. Which is probably the case, and this is what I considered would happen. f5 and rook to e7. Didn't look that far, though, as it turns out. Knight to c5, knight takes c5, b takes c5, rook e6, and then we fork. And, of course, white's a little better here. So after rook a7, knight a5, knight c5, knight e4. Wow. So again, I don't know that we have a choice here. I wanted to play another move, but there is no other move to be played. We've now given him 3 pawn islands to our 2 pawn islands, which means fewer weaknesses for us. f5 straight away. Fascinating. f5 straight away. I like it a lot. If f5 straight away, then we get g4 it. Our king is very close to this passed pawn's queening square. Note that we can get there from here. Yeah, I kind of agree with this. And even if he plays here, we're going to be safely tucked away. We don't have to commit ourselves just yet. Interesting. Now we're threatening rook to h2, followed by f3 or g3 first, and then rook f2. Got a lot of counterplay. Let's say if c4, rook h2, g3 check first. Yeah, that leads to mate. g3 check, he could actually get mated here. He could actually just get mated. There's absolutely nothing to save him after rook to g1. It feels like. He has to abandon ship now. Any dilly-dallying, and it's checkmate. So he cannot dilly-dally. Apparently the only move that he has to save this game is rook to b8. Which I did not see. Any move. Rook e8. Let's just follow up on that line of analysis there. Boberg, good work, sir. So in any event, the game continued as such. I kind of like this move. Oh, but he has king f3 and we don't win. As I discussed, if he has king f3, we do not win. I like good pawn structures, and I cannot lie. I like big pawn structures. And how does he toss away his advantage here? Oh no, this is the other line. But he played king e1, which tosses not only the advantage, puts his king in a terrible position to stop these pawns from moving forward. And as I said, you must take on g2.
Hoberg.
When you take on a2, he has a chance.
I was very low on time here.
No, that's true, but we're not going to use that as an excuse because we're going to always hold ourselves to a higher standard. Absolutely hold yourself to a much higher standard, regardless of the time. The time is not a factor because there will always be those moments where we have to deal with the low time. I never blame time. I always blame myself. If I don't see something, it's my fault. Now, of course, the game is actually quite equal here, unfortunately. It's hard to believe, but it is equal here. So if king to g4, rook h6. Yeah, king g4, rook h6, and we can't make progress. That was the last-ditch effort. The fact that he has rook h6 and rook h3 and he battens down the hatches on everything, it's unfortunate.
Hoberg said he was playing for the flag here.
Oh, that's interesting because I would be playing for the win here. I wouldn't necessarily be playing for the flag. Again, the moment you see that clock out of the corner of your eye, you are already distracted from playing a good game. Says the guy that loses on time and winning positions all the time because I don't pay attention to the clock. So c5, rook takes g2, and he has one more chance to save himself by stymieing your pawn. And I guess you have to slow down his pawns. You can't let his pawns get to the 6th rank in this position. You must guard his pawn, king g4, king f3. Thought it was king g4, honestly. Can we play g4? Oh, because it's a trade. The Cylon believes that we should just do it that way. Okay, fair enough. So anyway, after c6, rook to c2 slows him down. He has no regard for bothering your rook and getting his king off the back rank. That's what he should do. Oh, you get to bother you, he gets to bother you some more. If rook takes e4, then c7. Rook to c4, rook to b7, and then we move those pawns up, and again we're too slow. But, as it turns out, and mate is unavoidable. So it likes g2 better. Why is that? Why does it like g2 better? I think that rook to c, f2 check. Oh, he attacks our rook. So my move stands as the better move. This is the move that I thought you should play. Until I saw your plan, and then I thought that rook f2 check followed by rook to c1 should work. But it doesn't, because he is attacking your pawn. So after f2 check, he can actually try to take your rook for a queen versus rook, even though it's still dead lost. Still dead lost. You have rook a2 with mate. Yeah, this wasn't necessary. And now, is it an equal number of moves to mate? Yes, it is. Check. Again, he had to walk away and take your rook to avoid any immediate mates.
Said. LOL.
Yeah. Nicely done, Fobert. Great work, sir. I don't know how you do it. I can never play chess unless I'm streaming, or unless it's an event worth playing in, like the Titled Arena, or I've not played in a sub-battle since I played for AK Nemsko against Levy, and I won for her. It all came down to her versus Levy, ultimately. And in the event, it is 6:37. We do have the amazing power of chess informant 160.
Hoberg said, well, it's not best game.
It is quite cool. Quite cool. I wonder if I hover over your name, I don't get to find you that way, huh? So over here. Oh. Wait just a moment. This was a simul game? When did you play this game? Oh, you imported it from the other server, or what? Let's take a quick peek. Rapid tournament. Got it. And in any event, everybody.
Hoberg said,
Nice.
no, it was tournament game.
Oh, I spelled your name wrong. That's so sad. I spelled your name wrong. I spelled it almost like your Lee chess name. Nicely done, sir. So what I wanted to do, so this is a rapid arena. We'll check your rapid. And we will go to... It is not your highest rated win, by the way. You beat somebody who jettisoned their account. Three out of 5. Oh no.
Darkblade said, "Wow, I just saw the game. The fact that White didn't play K2 and allowed RD2 is embarrassing."
Right. Well, as Foberg said, he was preoccupied with the clock, but you can't let that happen. Nicely done. It looks like you trapped him. And he didn't checkmate you with he takes F3. Or he didn't try to win back the piece.
"I did not stream the game."
No, that part I understand. Yeah, he could have played e takes F3. But did he have a better move here instead? He played bishop takes G4. Oh, he does stop some counterplay here.
Hoberg said, "What game is this?"
This is your highest rated win, Fulberg. You beat a 2152. And he let himself get mated. Oops, in a rapid game no less. 1 minute on the clock to 1 minute on the clock. And he spent 5 seconds on a move that allowed mate. Yes, that was your highest rated victory. Porcupine, you got some solid high rated victories. In Blitz, your highest rated is 23, 26 at the beginning of COVID. Let's not move the same piece twice, eh, buddy? Or 3 times. Let's not move the same piece 3 times.
Hoberg said, "I forgot about those ones, LOL."
No, but it could be your best played game. Absolutely. Sorry, I'm going to town on you now. Oh, wow. A very quick plan. And now it's mate in 2. And you got him. Nicely done, sir, against the 23-26 World Cup America and Europe team battle. Well, I wonder who played here. Caixa Cubana. Who could that be? I just want to see Madeline Ballister. When was the last time she played? She plays pretty regularly.
Hoberg said, "I even scored a win against you, remember?"
Yes, I do. I do not forget those. Although I have to admit that Ron has erased many of my brain cells by occupying too much space in my head. Yeah, let's check Ron's out
Darkblade
while we're at it.
said, my best victory is beating Lance in a simul I played with 0 inaccuracies that game.
Nice.
Hoberg said, LOL.
LOL, my name is Jeff. Oh no, Monkey Boy violated the Leech Chest terms of service. He should close his account to get rid of that. Now, Mr. Stahlberg is an IM, eh? So Ron's best rated victories 2400, 2400, 2323. And we have Mr. My name is Jeff. Let's check Ron's best blitz. Ladies and gentlemen, Ron Hay. I didn't give him a shout out. Usually I wait for him to chime in. His highest rating may be better than my highest rating. So he's 2341. I have to check mine. Longest streak.
Darkblade
Current streak.
said, wait, Monkboy is my name Ice not Jeff, not my name Ice Jeff.
Monkey Boy is LOL, my name is Jeff. And then when I met him at the World Open, he was very, very strong, by the way. When I met him at the World Open in Philadelphia and had lunch with him and his mother, absolute sweetheart. Time spent playing, Ron, only 5 hours and 6 minutes?
Said, thank you, going through those games I completely forgot about them.
No worries, buddy. Just tell everybody about me when you get a chance. Just kidding. I am in this for myself for the most part. We don't have large crowds here. Oh, you beat? Ron beat, this was in an Offerspiel event. I remember this.
Darkblade said, if you look at the game in Games on Lasis right above Hoberg's game, you will see the ACC name says not Jeff though.
Oh, really? Hold on, I'm going back. Oh no, it was in Ron's account. It was in Ron's account. One more forward. No, it's LOL, my name is Jeff. That was him from years ago. It was in our tournament. But I mean, he's a kid. I don't fault anyone for if something did happen. It's not a big deal.
Darkblade.
He lost one
said,
game and he left.
Maybe he has a new account then.
Well, ironically, when I saw him at the World Open, I said, how are you doing in the tournament, Jeff? And he had to give me a look and he goes, my name is actually not Jeff. And that's why, hence, the LOL, my name is Jeff. But Monkey Boy and Jeff / in Toronto are the same person. So anyway, Ron and I have played quite a number of games. Games with me, 601, and the 601 game was a draw today. This was today's game. I won the 600th game. I actually did not even know that it was you
Hoberg
at the
said,
point that I was winning the game.
You know your students.
I do. I remember almost everybody. I may be a little fuzzy, like you almost had me. I'm like, wait a minute, was I not seeing what I was seeing? In any event. Uh-oh. So in mine, I also have my highest rated win. It's in bullet against Father Gascoigne, which is grand. I don't know if he should be a grandmaster. He's so strong. Sebastian Mikhailov. I've been friends with him since he was very young, and he's a good guy. I'm happy they remember me, and they are very respectful young kids. Johann Sebastian Christensen, Arjen Tari, Frode, and I met Magnus in, 2011? So basically, the entire Olympiad team I had met except for the fifth board, who I don't remember who it was. I wanted to check my highest rating in Blitz, or in Rapid. My highest rating in Rapid is 2276. Alright, I still have Ron there. And time spent playing 1 day, 7 hours and 14 minutes. I don't know what the break counted as, but basically I believe that was during my 24-hour stream. And when I did take a break from this, I believe I was playing Blitz. Time spent playing here, it's only 7 hours and 28 minutes. And time spent playing Bullet, maybe longer. 7 hours and 8 minutes recently.
Mike said should try for 1,700.
Who should try?
Said. In Rapid.
Uh-oh, it's 7:52 already. Hold on, I almost panicked, because on Monday mornings I'm trying to go in late to school. So needless to say, view the games. I have 6,469 games. I need 31 games to reach 31 games, and then I have 8,480 Blitz games. And I need 8 Rapid games in order to reach a nice even number of 3,000. I could have achieved it yesterday had I not timed myself out the day before.
Said, my max streak is 9 hours 55 minutes on Blitz when I first tried a marathon seriously.
Yeah, I wonder if I could do a Blitz marathon. So what is it? Bullet is only 7 hours, right? And I was basically playing a concurrent tournaments in a row. Basically, all of those were concurrent tournaments in a row. Because I believe at 7 o'clock or at 7:30, there's a 1+1.
Blade said, it's a very nice way to throw away all of your rating.
Yeah, you could consider that. Absolutely, you could consider that. So I only need 1 Bullet game. Play arena tournaments, hourly Bullet. 1 Bullet game away. And I do want to use my... Is that Ali Reza Farouja? That's crazy. I needed a B3.
Hoberg said,
let's just keep it up.
You can do it.
And I'm going to bother his queen while we're at it. I should have thrown that check in first. I could lose my queen here. All right. That was a good game to lose, considering how winning I was. That's typically how I play. In my bullet games, 6,470 bullet games. I could get 30 more in if I tried. Let's do some more hourly bullet. We'll change our stream title ever so carefully.
Darkblade said, I see your speed isn't doing too well.
No, I have to think. In that particular game, let's just see what happened in that game while we're at it. We could even analyze it. Where is it? Learn from your mistakes. Yeah, I just allowed mate in this position.
Said, I think I get lucky in those unlike us. Chescom is another story though.
Can I play this one? Can I give back the rook? Or is it worth it? Obviously this move is better than the one that I played. So bishop takes c6. a5 is a better move.
Darkblade said,
Just
you
go
could
for it.
be promoted the queen to g2 and went for rc7 earlier.
No, my original intention was to play for a5, but I needed this bishop protected in order to do it. Queen h5 straight away.
Pegasus
in the game,
Sweat
he played a move like this.
said, is there offer spill today?
That's a good question. That is a good question. Does it start on a Monday and then end on a Monday? I felt like they should start the Offerspiel tournaments when it's going to end on the day that it starts. So let's say a Thursday is the last day. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Yeah, it might be an Offerspiel today because that will be 11 events exactly. Asios is a little late, and should I play knight e5 or should I just play d5? How can that not be the best move? I doubt that this is the best move, right? I don't like that at all. Bishops opposite colors with me having the worst bishop because he can shove and he gets stuff on my white squares. I guess when he shoves, I can play f3 and hope that this doesn't become a pain in the tuchus. This is what I didn't like. And can he just castle? Fair enough. So d5 in this position wasn't good. I had this move straight away. But I was trying to get open lines toward his king. Can he save this? Oh, bishop h2 check and queen g6. Yes, he should. He should do that. So here, rook on f to c1 is better. So c takes d5. I again have the move queen h5 check. But I would say that other one where I missed, this was the whole point of opening up the lines, was to get the C file open. In this position, so at the end of the game, I still had a time advantage. And even here, had I not played what I played, and then bishop d4, I didn't want to give up that pawn so easily. I should have just maneuvered to a safer square to be able to push it. And threaten the back rank mate. C'est la vie. How much time did it take me to make that move? 14 seconds. It took me 3 seconds to make that move that loses the game. What is the opponent's big idea? That is the key question regardless of what's happening. Dutch defense 1-0 thematic. We have the under 2000 blitz. What? I'm not under 2000? Wait a minute. I suck at blitz. I should be under 2000. I don't believe it. I'm no longer eligible for the 1+1 under 2000. So that means that there's no increment for me. Except for the 3+2, which is a Dutch thematic blitz today. Which is good, and it's okay. The well-heeled king is not streaming. Well, when I do have a choice of people to raid, I almost always choose my friends who I have met in person first. We're going to check to see if there's offer spiel today. Community, teams, not the offer spiel club open. No, not yet, but it could appear. For those of you interested in offer spiel, the links are here. If I type offer spiel over here, do I show up? I do. This doesn't show up the same way as it does. So if you've not yet subscribed to YouTube, please do. For all of you who are watching, those are the playlist of my memorable games. You can also check out the Learn section of the Chess Informant streams. There is a YouTube informant playlist at the end of that blurb there. Please check it out and please subscribe to the YouTube. We're going to raid the ever so lovely and kind Hanasace from Australia. I don't think she's still in Europe anymore. I think she's at home, but she might be in Europe. We'll find out in just a bit. It is winter time, by the way, in Australia, so therefore it's a good time to be. I'm sorry, it's summertime in Australia, so it's a good time to be in the Pan Ocean area. Let's roll our credits for all the new followers. If they're even possible to count. Gamer Luigi, Kirill Varon Chess, namaste, thank you for being here. Early on, Kirill Varon Chess. Wait just a minute. That's so funny. Alright, in any event, have a great day, everybody. Darkblade, thank you for being here. Ron, hey, namaste. Please check out the YouTube. Last ditch effort. Talk to you soon, everyone.